Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we're back to do my week 2 check-in for my cash envelopes for the month of June. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing below. And hello, happy Saturday to all of y'all. Hope you're doing well. I myself am doing pretty good. Can't complain. And so let's get started. When we get on this side, I'm going to show you guys some changes that I made. So to make this a little bit clearer for myself as far as what I was doing here, because this was a little bit different from the way I'm used to using this side. And I am going to go with Caffeinated Kate again for July. So let's get into what I spent. So I did do laundry for $10. So I broke that. I went to Walmart, and this is actually one receipt, but I can split it out when I get home. So on groceries, I spent $49 on one, and then I also spent $8.81 on household stuff, and I think I just got some toothbrushes or something I got last week. And then I ended up having to go to Lowe's for household because I needed a garbage disposal drain, but I wanted one that you didn't just have to pull it out. I wanted one that would allow the water to go through without you having to worry about your utensils falling into the disposal. And so I spent $15.27 on that. And then I went back to Home Depot, and this I took out of my personal money because you guys know I got myself a plant, and so I got myself some succulents too, and I got myself a stand to put them on, so that way when I need to take them out for sunshine, because I don't get direct sunlight in my living room where they are located, I just take them and put them on the patio. I can just lift the whole thing up and set it outside. So I got that. So, and they're all still living, so that's a good thing, you know. Especially with me. But I'm an underwaterer, so I think the plants I got should do pretty good. I'm worried about the bonsai because that one's a little bit different, but it's okay. So on the weekly check-in, what I did last week, I had what I was budgeting to spend, and so I would put like 50 and stuff like that. But I think when I went back, I wanted to know like what I had left to spend. So I went back and just updated this to 30, 40, 55, 50, and 100, which is what I had in each of my categories here. And Miss BS, you let me know if I got that right, because I remember reading a comment from last week, but unfortunately it's escaping me right now. And so this helps me a lot more. I mean, I can set my goals and stuff for what I want to stay within, but you know, like I need to know what I got, what's my maximum to spend. I know how much, you know, money I need to spend per week, but I need to know what I have left, because it helps me keep track of everything. Because when I do go to places like Walmart and I do shop in 2 categories and I go to the checkout line, I'm actually just using my grocery money to pay for it. So when I come home, I have to remember to pay the groceries back from the household. And it can get muddled, you know, like if I don't take care of it the exact same day, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have the best memory. So I try to keep myself on the straight and narrow. So let's do my little check-in here. And while I get my money out of my groceries, I was not watching YouTube, but I had it on while I was working. And you guys, my son's old English 11th grade English teacher was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It was like, oh my God, and she's not a part of the cast. Her daughter was. And it was pretty interesting because it was like the same woman, the same lady. It's a steady voice. I don't want to say soft-spoken, because she keeps it's a steady voice. Her energy is real steady, but you know you can't mess with that lady. So groceries, I spent $49 on one out of $249, so I should have $200 or $199. I'm not even sure why I was going to try to use my calculator. 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. 90, 195, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200. So I do have $200 left in groceries. But yeah, that was something. I had to go and get my son, wake him up, to see if that was truly her. And I just froze it. And as soon as he saw her, he was like, "Oh, that's Miss Chapman." And I was like, "Holy crap!" And so we let it play. This time I had the volume on, and the girl's fiance called her by name, and I was like, "Holy moly, that was Miss Chapman." I remember this lady. I don't know. She didn't bust the lady out, like she wasn't loud or anything, but this parent was just like, "My daughter's an honor student." She's like going in on her, and she just calmly sat there. And then all of a sudden, the lady stops, talking about how smart her kid was and never had grades like that and all this other stuff. And she goes, "She shouldn't have been." And I was like, oh, I sat my butt down at the desk. I told my son, "She ain't reading me for you." Because I knew what my son was up to. If he wasn't interested, he wasn't paying attention. He just was like that, and he's still like that. Restaurants, $40. When he's committed, he is all in. And when she reviewed his grades with me, she pretty much just said the same thing. And he loved that lady. He liked her. But she was just like one of those teachers. They teach, and he learned so much, because I remember us having conversations about things. Laundry, 45 was what I started out with. I spent 10, so I should have 35. So let's verify. 20, 35, 35. But he learned how to interact with adults and ask questions and learn how to figure out what his questions were to be able to ask for help and things like that. It was just like she did a lot as a teacher, and we worked together, you know what I'm saying? Household, because I think sometimes that's the issue, is the teachers need the parents to work with them, and sometimes we're just too busy defending our children instead of supporting what the teachers actually need. Now, I ain't gonna say all of them right, because I've had some that I've had to say, "Look, don't do this with my kid," period. Okay, so started out with 15 households, spent $24.08, and so I have $26 left. But she was a really good English teacher. She reminded me of my 11th grade English teacher. And I told him, when you go to college, English is going to be a breeze, because somebody challenged you when you were younger. And that's the thing. They have to challenge them, so that way when they get in different settings, they're able to excel. And it means a lot when you see your kid understanding, comprehending, and you see them growing as individuals and being able to do things they didn't think they could do. That's a big deal. So personal, started off with 70, spent $59.36. Y'all, ain't got no money. It's okay. I can last a month with $11. And so that's why I have $11 in personal. This time I made sure I used my change this week. Last week, I don't think I was paying attention that much. I was trying to hurry up and get out. But yeah, she was on Love and Hip Hop. And so if you watch Love and Hip Hop, ATL, her daughter is Jessica Dunn. And I knew Jessica sounded familiar. I knew she sounded familiar. I just couldn't picture it. Like the where and why. And it's like, oh, she sounds like she's from Memphis. So I only did any spending on Sunday. Didn't go out this week. This has been a very busy week, so I do have to respond to comments, and I'll do that today and tomorrow. Because my lead project manager, she's going on vacation, and it starts on the 29th. So I'll be taking over a lot of the project summaries that we have to do. I normally just do my own projects. I don't put everything together and compile it for the manager with talking points for him. But I'll be doing that while she's out. So I've been doing my job and learning that kind of stuff, so she can take a vacation for the next couple weeks, because she's been through a lot, and she found out she might have to get knee surgery, which she's already had one knee surgery, so she was in a lot of pain, and so she's like super scared right now. And I can't say I blame her, because surgery is scary, and she was coming undone while we were talking yesterday, so we were just bumping our gums. I think we spent 2 hours talking over one thing, but a lot of it she needed to let out. And my grandma used to always say, more room out than in. So when people need to vent, I just let them vent and let them, be able to talk about what's going on with them. So this is another 6 days of no spends, and 6 times 3 is 18. So yeah, I can do that basic math, y'all. Woohoo! Yeah. Thank you all for watching. So I'm on track for my no spends for the month. I'm gonna have to tone back with the personal money, because I ain't got none. I only got $11, and it's already at the middle of the month. So you guys know I have to do my projection for July, and that's gonna like smack some reality into my face and let me know, hey, you gotta chill out, because you gotta come back with 50, because it's gonna be in that budget. But yeah, this is what I have remaining, which is $200 in groceries, $40 in restaurants, $35 in laundry, $26 in household, $11 in personal. I do not know when I'm going back to work. The first wave has already, the volunteers have already been compiled, and they know who they are, but they're not made to come into work because of the new outbreak right now, or the increase in the number of cases right now. So they're not pushing it just yet. And so it's a blessing to be able to keep working from home right now. And so I'm just staying focused on that and being as productive as I possibly can. And you guys, make sure that you stay safe. I hope you all are doing well. And I'm going to tell y'all, last week I got Domino's coupons from my son. They got Domino's coupons. Like, they got this whole kit of PPE, but it had like pizza and wings from my youngest son. He was like, I'm not using it. And I'm like, I will. And so he had gave it to me. But anywho, I hope you all are doing well, and y'all stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Just be safe, y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.